Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how and where to start with baby led weaning. If you're new here, my name is Cynthia. I make parenthood, lifestyle, and toddler videos. This video was actually supposed to be up in November, but I totally forgot. By the time I remembered, it was already December. So it's going to be one of the Vlogmas vlogs. Yes. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you want to see or have done, I guess, is make sure your child or your baby meets all the requirements to start baby led weaning. So that's the first step, is making sure they meet all the signs of readiness. Now I have a video on all about that, and I'll go ahead and link that down below. But basically the most important ones, I think there's like 5 ways you can of readiness, but one of the most important is sitting unassistedly for at least 1 minute and being at least 6 months of age. They have to be at least 6 months, nothing before 6 months of age whatsoever. Even if they're sitting unassisted at like 5 months, you have to still wait until 6 months. So those are the 2 most important. After they meet all the signs of readiness and they're 6 months of age, then you can start baby led weaning. Once you start, you got to think, okay, what time of day do I want to start with? So that's step 2. Figure out what time of day, what meal you want to start with. So figure out what you're home for, kind of go around their nap times. So like for me, the best time of day was breakfast, because that was the most routine I had. Anything after breakfast, I kind of just was like, it's all free for all. But breakfast in the morning, my morning routine was always set. After that, it was like, whatever happens, happens. So I was like, okay, I'll start with breakfast. So like, if you work nights, then maybe dinner isn't ideal. If you're busy in the mornings, then maybe breakfast isn't ideal. So pick the time of day that is right for you. Everyone's different. I suggest starting with at least 1 meal a day for at least 2 months, and then after that gradually go to 2 meals a day, and then by the time they're 1 year old, you want them to have at least 3 meals a day. I know a lot of people are like, oh, can I just have 3 meals a day and just start, get right into it? You can, that's up to you. But I feel like if you slowly get into it and slowly build your way up, it might help you and your child overcome it, because it is a big step. They're learning something brand new, and not only that, you're figuring out something brand new as well. So 1 meal a day is great. Of course, they're going to continue eating because breast milk and formula is the most important thing, at least until 1 year old. So food, table food, is somewhat for fun, good texture, building skills, learning about it, but their main source of nutrition is always formula or breast milk until 1 year old. So don't think it's gonna like substitute it. It's not. So yes, time of day. Once you figure out your time of day, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, then you figure out, what do you usually eat? Because baby led weaning is your child is supposed to eat with you and eat what you eat, as long as it's cut appropriately. So figure out what you already eat. So when I did breakfast, I was like, okay, I can eat pancakes, waffles, eggs, sausage, bacon, like not necessarily cereal because it's a little messy there, but maybe oatmeal or something. And so think of what you already eat. And even if you don't eat a lot of stuff, I know like for a while I was eating nothing but oatmeal every day. And it's like, well, you want your child to experience different foods, not just oatmeal every day. So go on Pinterest and look up breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, and anything like that. As long as it's cut appropriately, they can have it. And well, that was step 3 basically, was figure out what you already eat so you can figure out what their first meal is going to be. So the top 10 foods that I feel like are great starter foods, of course, they're, if you're in a part of a group of baby led weaning, they're going to say there's no such thing as starter foods. You know, they can have whatever. They can have a hamburger for their first meal, which is very true. They can, because babies don't need teeth to actually eat. Their gums are very strong. And my daughter didn't get teeth until she was maybe 8 months, and it was like 1 or 2 teeth on top and bottom. So, and if you really think about it, you don't really eat or chew with your front teeth, and that's what the first teeth they get. You chew with your back molars, and your back molars don't come in until they're 2 years old. So how do you expect a 1-year-old to eat? You know, exactly. They don't need teeth to eat, so it's perfectly fine. But the top 10 foods I feel like are great starter foods to ease your mind, maybe, because I know a lot of people are skeptical, and I mean, I was even skeptical about it, but sometimes it's great to ease your mind and not start with hamburgers or start with steak, you know, or even a leg of chicken. I've seen babies have leg of chickens just in their hand, just like gnawing on it. It's crazy. But a great first 10 foods are like soft fruit, so like avocado, oranges, anything really soft. The second thing is avocados. I feel like it's a separate from fruit, even though it is a fruit. But avocados can be smashed up and onto toast. It can be given as whole, you know, well, not the whole thing, but, you know, cut up in like whole little pieces or whatever. Toast is great. You can have jelly on toast, avocado on toast. You can pretty much put peanut butter on toast, anything on toast. Eggs is great, scrambled or even just regular and just cut up. As long as the yolk is fully cooked, then eggs are fine for babies. Spaghetti, oatmeal, pancakes are soft. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are good. Pizza and beans. My daughter did great with pizza and she loved it. Usually, or well, at least my daughter, she eats like the toppings first and then she goes for the bread. But even as like 6, 7 months, she was gnawing on pizza and eating it like a champ with no teeth. So yes, those are top 10 foods. Maybe some other ideas for like if you go with the lunch idea, then you can of course do like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Maybe even spaghetti tacos, like deconstructed tacos is good. Lasagna. And maybe if you go with dinner, you can do lasagna, you can do hamburgers. I don't even know, because I started with breakfast, so I'm like, ah. But you can do pretty much anything with your child as long as it's cut appropriately. And I know a lot of people think, well, if I do breakfast, do I always have to do breakfast? Like, no. Do what works with your schedule. That's the one thing about baby led weaning, is it goes with your schedule. So if one day breakfast is ideal, but the next day you have like a morning rush, then you can do lunch the next day. And you can go like one day lunch, one day breakfast, one day dinner. And that is perfectly fine. I just suggest one meal in general a day to get you used to it. And then once you and your baby is comfortable with it, then maybe move on to 2 meals a day. And I know at 1-year-old, you should at least have 3 meals, or they should have at least 3 meals a day. And then after a year old, they should have 3 meals and 2 snacks a day. So right now my daughter is 16, 17 months maybe. I usually just say 8-year-olds, but 17 months. And so she has 3 meals, and in between breakfast and lunch she has 1 snack, and then between lunch and dinner she has another snack. So she has 3 meals and 2 snacks a day. And sometimes she might even have a bedtime snack, because there's still a gap in between dinner and bedtime. So we do that. Well, I hope this video helped you guys on figuring out where to start, how to start baby led weaning, and all the other great ideas of what kind of foods you can feed your baby, even though pretty much anything is on the table. So, all puns intended. I really hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have not yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure when you hit that little notification bell, you are selecting all so you get all of my notifications that I have out. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys liked this video. Yes, see you guys next time. Bye.